All right. So in our previous class, we were discussing that people are, they are putting their intelligence in so much of in creating so much of facilities. But these facilities in their turn are creating so many problems. So continuing this topic, let's move ahead. Instead of wasting our energy to supply ourselves with so many facilities and modern amenities, we should apply our intelligence to understand who and what we are. We do not like to suffer, but we should understand why suffering is being forced upon us. By so called knowledge, we have simply succeeded in manufacturing the atomic bomb. Thus, the killing process has been accelerated. So, yes, Prabhupada ji tells this thing that people were already dying, they were already dying, but you have manufactured atomic bombs. So, you have actually accelerated their death. So, what kind of advancement have you made? By accelerating their death rate. Can you manufacture something that can, stop beings from being dying, that they never die? Can you manufacture something like that? Answer will be no. Or something like that, that they never get diseased, they never get old. But it's not possible, right? We are so proud to think that this is advancement of knowledge. But if we can manufacture something that can stop death, we have really advanced in knowledge. Death is already there in material nature, but we are so eager to promote it by killing everyone at one drop. Atom bomb. So you just promoted it by killing what? You promoted the death by killing everyone at one drop, by throwing atomic bombs on them. So this is called 𝗰𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗲𝗏. Knowledge carried away, snatched, kidnapped by illusion. See, this is really amazing point what Srila Prabhupada ji is telling. Srila Prabhupada ji books are really amazing actually. This is 𝗰𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗲𝗏. This, see, you can clearly see this. We haven't thought before like this, is it not? That people have manufactured atomic bomb and they have actually accelerated the death rate. But this is not real advancement. If we can manufacture something that can stop death, then we have really advanced in knowledge. But that's not possible because death is already there in this material world and no one can stop death. But yeah, the only solution is you serve Lord and you just cross this cycle of birth and death and you just go back to Godhead. So this is 𝗰𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗲𝗏, that they are not able to understand this point because knowledge carried away by illusion, by illusory energy of Krishna. So yeah. The asuras, the demons, and proclaimed atheists actually challenge God. They actually challenge the existence of God. If it were not for our Supreme Father, we should not see the light of day. So, what is the point of challenging him? In the Vedas, it is stated that there are two classes of men, the Devas and Asuras, the demigods and demons. Who are the Devas? Who are the demigods? the devotees of the Supreme Lord called Devas. Why? Because they also become like God. Means, see, this is one point which one should understand. You might have heard this point that, okay, Shivji, he is also demigod. He is Mahadeva. Is it not? Deva of Deva, Mahadeva. But then also we call him Lord Shiva. Is it not? Why? Because they also become like God. Like means they have, some qualities of God. They have qualities of God to some extent. That's why we often call it like this. So they have some qualities of Lord to some extent. So that's why they are demigods, because they also become like God. Whereas those who defy the authority of the Supreme are called asuras or demons. These two classes are always found in human society also. Yes. You can see now that if there are two siblings, one will be so much spiritualistic. He's so much into spiritual and devotional activities. But there will be another boy or girl who is not, you know, he, he's not interested in serving Lord. So, yeah, these two classes are always found in human society. Just as there are four types of miscreants who never surrender to Krishna, there are four types of fortunate men who worship him, and they are categorized in the next verse. So, just as we discussed four categories of the people who never surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Same way, there are four types of people of fortunate man also who worship Krishna, who surrenders Krishna. So the shloka is given here. They are categorized in the next verse. So we will try to recite this shloka. So yes. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ. One more time. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ. O best among the Bharatas, Arjuna, four kinds of pious men render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, whatever, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Bhagavad Gita 7.16. So there are four types of people who take shelter of Krishna, who worship Krishna. Very first is Arthi. See, let's try to understand this from this shloka only. The very first is Artho. Artho means Arthi. Arth means who is distressed, who is sad, who is upset. So, people often, when they feel so much discouraging in their lives, then also they take shelter of Lord. I know one devotee, that devotee was so much distressed in life. So that's why that devotee took shelter of Krishna. So even if what can we understand with this, what one can understand with this point, that even if one have some desire in their mind or in their heart, then also if they are coming in shelter to take shelter of Lord, then they will also called devas. Are you able to follow with this? Because even for fulfilling his desire, even for relief from all the distressful situation, he came to Lord. So he is also very nice person. He is also a pious man because he took shelter, he came to Krishna. See, it is not easy thing that someone is coming to Krishna, uh, you know, to render his devotional services. This is not an easy thing at all. You will see people often, goes with many distressful stages in their life, different, you know, provoking phases in their lives, but then also they don't take shelter of Krishna. You will often see this. They will go to the shelter of demigods only, or to the shelter of other extraordinary people. Any people who are wealthy or who have so much of fame, but they never come to the shelter to take the shelter of Lord Krishna. So, yes, even one is coming for getting relieved from his distressful life to Krishna, then he is also a pious man. What is the second category? We will discuss this in detail. We are trying to understand these terms from shloka right now. Second category is uh, what is the second category? Jigyasu. Jigyasu means who have desire to know. He is, what to say? Just a second. Yeah, Jigyasu means he is equisitive. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Equisitive, whatever. Let's understand. So he is more keen to know the knowledge. He want to understand that who is God. So for that desire, he is coming to Krishna. So that is Jigyasu. Third category is Artharthi. Artharthi means who is coming for asking wealth. He is the desirer of wealth. So, if someone is going through any financial crisis or poverty, so he will come and he will take the shelter of Krishna. Oh, Krishna, you give me some money, I will serve you. So, see, one should understand this thing that Krishna fulfills material desires of devotees, no doubt. But apart from fulfilling material desires, Krishna also blesses his devotees with the intelligence that, oh my, that Oh, my dear devotee, oh, you poor fellow, you will not get satisfied by these material things. These material things are very cheap. You will not get satisfied with these material things. So, Krishna also blesses us with this intelligence. Krishna blesses his devotees with this intelligence also, apart from fulfilling his material desires. But demigods never ever gives this intelligence to their devotees. They will fulfill their material desires very nicely, but they will never bless their devotees with this intelligence. That's why, even for, some desire, for the sake of fulfilling some desire, even then also he's taking shelter of Lord. He is considered to be a pious man. So, from this, are you able to catch one point? That you should be humble to every devotee of the Lord, specially because those are not ordinary people. Krishna is not ordinary man, but devotees who are serving to Krishna, they are also not ordinary. It is because of Krishna's will only that they came to him and they are serving to Krishna. So you should be very much, humble to the devotees of the Lord, at least. Never fight with devotees. You are already nice devotees. I know you never fight with devotees, at least. No, you don't fight with anybody. I know you're nice devotees. So, yes, this one should understand. And what is the fourth category? Searching for knowledge of the absolute with his Jnani. This material world is full of distress, and both the pious and impious are subject to it. The cold of winter treats everyone alike. Is it not? Oh. Hmm. The cold of winters treats everyone alike. It does not care for the pious or impious. It is equal for everyone. Like right now, also, all are feeling cold. That's why we wear sweaters to protect ourselves from cold, from winters. So, yeah, this is um, equal for everyone. It does not care for the pious or impious, the rich or the poor. It is equal for everyone. The difference between the pious and the impious, however, is that the pious man thinks of God when he is in his miserable condition. Yes. So this is nice thing, na? That even if we are in any miserable condition, we often remember God. Oh God, oh Krishna, please help us. Please help me. I'm suffering so much. Only you can relieve me from this miserable condition. So, this is the difference between pious and the impious. Pious will take the shelter of God. He will remember God. He will think of God. But impious will never think of God. He will never take shelter of God. Often, when a man is distressed, he will go to church and pray, "Oh my Lord, I am in difficulty. Please help me." Although he is praying for some material necessity, such a man is still to be considered pious because he has came to God in his distress. So this Prabhupada ji has, you know, uh, said this for setting an example. Main thing is to go to Krishna, not to church. In Bhagavad Gita shloka, Krishna is not saying that whoever who is going to the church is pious. Of course, he is also good because at least he is going to the church instead of what to say. Anyways. But yeah, one should understand we are talking about Krishna here. So yeah, he's considered pious because he has came to God in his distress. Similarly, a poor man may go to church and pray, "My dear Lord, please give me some money." So yeah, even if he is desiring for money and he's asking this from God, then he is also considered to be pious. On the other hand, the inquisitive are usually intelligent. They are always searching to understand things. They may ask, "What is God?" and then conduct scientific research to find out. They are also considered pious because their research is directed to the proper object. Yes. The man in knowledge is called Jnani, one who has understood his constitutional position. Yes, so Jnani is one who has understood his constitutional position, that I am the fragmental part of Lord, and my relationship with God, my love for God has slept, and I should work on it. So, yes, they understand their constitutional position, and such a Jnani may have an impersonal conception of God. But because he is taking shelter of the ultimate, the supreme absolute truth, he is also to be considered pious. These four types of men are called Sukriti, pious, because they are all after God. Now, this shloka we will be discussing in our next class. We will stop here. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रमानंदे, हरि बोल।